Hey guys, if you're new here, I'm Amber, and if you're not, welcome back. I'm gonna see some friends tomorrow, and if there's one thing my mom taught me, it's to never show up empty-handed. So today we're gonna be baking them a fresh sourdough loaf. I always put a rubber band on my starter just so it's easier to track how much it's grown and if it's starting to fall, because that will mean I need to feed it, or I should have already fed it. I'm going to use a glass bowl so I can see what's going on inside, and I'm also going to use a weigher. 80 grams of starter, maybe too much, way too much. You can see all the bubbles inside of it, which just means it's really active. 82. Good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. 250 grams of water. This has been through the water filter. You need to use purified water, not tap water. 252. The measurements don't have to be perfect. I feel like people overcomplicate this so much. I'm trying not to be too rough with it because I'm not trying to give it a bunch of bubbles, but I just want it fully dissolved. This is the only whisk I use. I love this whisk. You can't use like a normal, well, I'm sure you could use a normal egg whisk, but I like this one. She's looking nice and mixed. Now I'm just going to use red flour, 350 grams. It probably would have been easier to just pour this, but so close. 350 grams of red flour, and now I'm just going to mix this in. You just want to combine all of the flour and make sure it's not stuck to the sides. Perfect. Now I'm going to put the towel over it, and I'm going to leave this for 45 minutes. You can leave it for 30 minutes, but it's currently winter here, so it's going to take a little bit longer to ferment. For me, I have been leaving it in the microwave just because it's a little tiny bit warmer than it is out here. I will check back in 45 minutes. Okay, I lied. You're actually going to add 10 grams of salt, and now I'm going to shape it into dough. I just want to get everything off the sides. See, now she's a dough. I'm going to let this ferment for another 45 minutes, and then we'll start her first stretch and fold. So I'm going to show you both stretch and fold and a coil fold. You need to wait 45 minutes in between each one, and I do 1 stretch and fold and 3 coil folds. Ooh, you can see all of the bubbles starting to form. All right, I'm just going to get it out of the bowl. It's supposed to fall out when it's ready, but mine never falls out. Okay, so the way I like to shape this is I flatten it a little bit. I'll pull this side, fold. You just do it for like all 4 sides, and then this last side, and you fold, and then back to the direction I started in, roll it up into a ball. Upside down in the batter tin. I'm gonna leave this for another 2 to 3 hours maybe, and then I will put it in the fridge tonight, let it sit overnight, and then I'll come back to you tomorrow morning. It is officially 6 hours later, so she is finished fermenting. It's been a total of 24 hours, I believe. This is why sourdough is so beneficial, because it has 24 hours to build good bacteria, which is really good for your gut. Let's show you how she's looking. I've also got my oven preheating at 220 degrees Celsius. If you're American, I don't know what that is. But we're going to tip her out and we're going to score her, which is my favorite part. Okay. She's looking so good. I'm gonna get some flour. Okay, she's really firm. I'm so excited. We're gonna do this. Okay, I think I'm going to do a slice, a thick lip, and then do like a little wheat picture. It's okay. Doing our best. And it could be better. This is only the 3rd loaf. 4th loaf I've ever made. I'm going to move this into my Dutch oven. I'm going to leave this to preheat for another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to start to bake her. Okay. She's now in the oven. I'm going to let that cook for 20 minutes. I also turned the temperature back down to 200 degrees. So I'll check back in soon. It has been 20 minutes. I've just taken the lid off. This is how she's looking. I'll turn around for you. Ooh, I think this is my prettiest loaf I've ever made.